Right, Buccaneers and the Panthers. Yeah, now I know why we were 7 minutes ahead. We haven't talked about that game yet. Tampa Bay, and again, we mentioned this earlier.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get from them. But on the days when it's clicking, it's clicking. And it was clicking for the Panthers yesterday. 5 touchdown passes for Baker Mayfield, 353 passing yards. Bucky Irving developing into clearly their best option in the backfield, but they also have Rashad White and Sean Tucker available if need be. Mike Evans with 97 yards. He's 85 short of his 11th straight 1,000-yard season. He already has the record for consecutive 1,000-yard seasons to start a career.
Right.
11 in a row is a record held by Jerry Rice. 14 overall is Rice's record. This guy's quietly put together a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, he has.
And we've known that for a few years now. But he's always been quiet. I remember interviewing him the day he was drafted in 2014. And it's like, man, this guy's quiet. And he's just always been quiet and low-key, and he just goes about his business, and he kicks your ass. And when he's healthy, he's as good as any receiver in football.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's big as hell. He can fly. He flew under the radar because of some bad teams there. But, yeah, in an era of where we go, man, receivers, inflated stats, and some of them are not going to get in the Hall of Fame and all that, I think Mike Evans, like a handful of them, kind of stand above the rest. And I do think he's a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. He's just too special, and he's been the, marquee player for that organization for a long, long time. And he adds to what they are. And what is Tampa Bay? I mean, it's weird sometimes to say it because they have Todd Bowles as a head coach, but they are an offensive football team. And they're one of the most explosive offenses in the game. I mean, Baker Mayfield's leading the league in passing yards. He's second in touchdowns. And they have the number 4 rushing offense in football. And Bucky Irving, I would say, other than Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry, is like as hot as anybody in the game as far as running back position. But, man, they got an offensive line that can maul you in the running game. And you can see here, I mean, Baker's got all day to bake and bake and bake and then, bring it out of the oven and get a touchdown. So they got that aspect. They protect, they run the ball, and, of course, they got some heat at receiver. And the addition or the infusion of Jalen McMillan showing up here late has been a great addition to their football team. And they didn't even have Cade Otton yesterday. They are scary on the offensive side of the ball.
Dave Canales was there 1 year with Baker as the offensive coordinator, got him the head coaching job in Carolina. Now Liam Cohen's there for 1 year. And I asked Baker yesterday, I asked him, how you feeling about that? He said, obviously, I don't want him going anywhere, and everybody in our building knows that. We'll see what happens. But, no one is going to begrudge someone the opportunity to become a head coach, but it would be another offensive coordinator next year. And it's a weird sort of a way for a defensive coach to develop a coaching tree.
Yeah.
He's got this quarterback who's making the offensive coordinators look better and better and better, and they're getting sucked right away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to be head coaches elsewhere.
I give Todd Bowles credit. Like sometimes defensive coaches, all right, one of their flaws is not recognizing who's a good offensive play caller. And here's 2 in a row that Todd Bowles obviously was like, there's something about him in the meetings and what I saw on film that I like about this guy, and I wouldn't want to have to defend him, and he's picking him the right way there. You're right. We'll see. But Liam Cohen's certainly going to inject himself into that conversation as far as a head coach and for all the reasons we always talk about, quarterback whisper, awesome offense, all of that. But, yeah, this Buccaneers offense, what they're doing, the amount of weapons they got, the defense is what you worry about. That's really all it comes down to. And, again, we saw Bryce Young make some really awesome throws and some plays there in the pass game yesterday, and that seems like it happens with the Buccaneers every week. And like you've said, it's kind of like what team are you going to get? Last week they lay a stinker against the Cowboys. This week they come out and they're pretty dominant from the get-go.
Yeah, and now all they need is one game, one win against the Saints next week, and they will be the NFC South champions for the 4th straight year. I remember a time where there was a trend in the NFC South where the last place team from the prior year
would
win it the next year, and it just kept roll.
I was a part of
one
of those,
Yeah, and now the Buccaneers own it. The year they won the Super Bowl, they didn't win the division.
No, they did not.
The Saints won the division that year.
You're right.
And they've won the division every year if they beat the Saints.
You're talking about that year. I thought
2020 they didn't win the division.
2002 they
1,
did.
2, 3 they have.
Right.
And now
2024
they might as well. But yeah, the year they won the Super Bowl in 2002 they won.
I went
division.
there. I know. I'm old. I'm thinking about
you're starting
when I was playing.
Yeah. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.